Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
It may well be that we will have to repent in this generation, not merely for the vitriolic words of the bad people and the violent actions of the bad people, but for the appalling silence and indifference of the good people who sit around and say, wait on time.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about new Cocoa Puffs Brownie Crunch. Now, this is going to be a short video today because there isn't a whole lot to say about this cereal. And you might be saying, wait a second, is this really a new cereal? I feel like I've seen this before. And you would be right, because this isn't really new. It's just the return of the old Cocoa Puffs Brownie Crunch that was released back in 2011. Now, my channel wasn't around back then, so I never had the opportunity to do a video about the original Cocoa Puffs Brownie Crunch. I think I might have mentioned the cereal briefly in the Cocoa Puffs video, but it's back now, so let's do a video about it. You can see that the 2011 box and the 2020 box look very similar. Both feature Sunny pouring a pan of brownies into a cereal bowl. You can see on this box from 2011, Sunny has some chocolate sauce smudged on his mouth, and the pieces look a little lighter in color on this box. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. We'll find out when we open this up. Now let's take a look at the back of these boxes real quick. The box from 2011 features a Spot the Pairs game where you have to match up 3 pairs of Brownie Crunch squares. The 2020 box mentions that this is the return of Brownie Crunch, so at least they're not trying to pawn it off as new. And on this box, you have to add up the objects in the room to see what score the baking judges give to Sunny's Brownie Crunch cereal. Alright, so the final comparison we'll do between these two cereals is of course the ingredients. Now a quick glance at the nutrition facts will make it seem like this new version is sweeter with 12 grams of sugar compared to the 9 grams of the original. But then you look at the serving size on each box and you see that they are different. If you adjust for the same serving size, they both have the same amount of sugar, which would make you assume they're the same recipe. And for the most part, they are. Although this new version of Brownie Crunch contains wheat flour and unsweetened chocolate, 2 ingredients not in the original recipe for this cereal. When I tried this stuff back in the day, I was a little underwhelmed. It had a nice chocolate taste, but it wasn't too distinct from original Cocoa Puffs. In a way, it was kind of like a chocolate cookie crisp. Now, the addition of the unsweetened chocolate sounds promising, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's pretty much the same flavor as the original. Now, I should also mention this isn't the only brownie cereal to ever come out. Multimeal had, or still has, their double chocolate Brownie Crunch cereal, but that one's just a version of Cocoa Puffs with marshmallows. It's a little sweeter than Cocoa Puffs, I guess, but that might be just because of the marshmallows. At least with this version of Brownie Crunch, they try to make the pieces kind of look like brownies with little chocolate chips on them. Alright, enough talk. Let's open up this stuff and take a look. Alright, so here's what a bowl of Cocoa Puffs Brownie Crunch looks like. You can see the square-shaped brownie pieces and those darker chocolate chip pieces on there as well. And I can't be 100% sure, but it doesn't look much darker than the original 2011 version. Alright, let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. They've got a nice, rich chocolate taste to them. As I've said before, I'm not a chocolate connoisseur, so it's hard for me to differentiate between a Cocoa Puffs flavor and this. I do think the taste is probably a little richer than normal Cocoa Puffs, and they have a nice brownie batter smell to them. If you like Cocoa Puffs or just chocolate cereals in general, then you'll probably like this stuff. I will say that I think they got the crunch part of the Brownie Crunch right. This stuff's been sitting in milk for a minute and it's still pretty crispy. And of course, it does a wonderful job of turning your milk into chocolate milk. I guess really there's only so much you can do with Cocoa Puffs cereal. They tried the ice cream scoops variety a few years ago, and that one was okay. Recently they released Cocoa Puffs with Lucky Charms marshmallows in the big giant bags. It's a pretty lazy General Mills combination, but I'll take Lucky Charms marshmallows instead of those plain white circular Marbits any day. But I guess this Brownie Crunch cereal did well enough the first time around that they decided to re-release it. Do you have any ideas for a fun twist on the Cocoa Puffs cereal? Something a little different or unique to add a new dynamic to this classic cereal that would still make Sunny go cuckoo? Let me know down in the comments, and pick up a box of this stuff if you see it, and let me know what you think. Alright, that's gonna do it for this short video about new Cocoa Puffs Brownie Crunch. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay crunchy.
Where violence is heaped upon black people and they come down to the black community and vamp down on black people violently, then what they're going to start finding is not only that we will retaliate to the physical maximum, but they will also find their communities being vamped down on and violence heaped upon their communities.